ChosenTCG here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a Dino Rabbit deck, and what is this doing here? Okay, today I'm going to be showing you guys a Dino Rabbit deck. Before I do the full deck list, make sure you guys go check out my channel, subscribe, and thumbs up this video. And as always, the full deck list will be in the description. So, first of all, I just want to say that I don't really want to. I guess like we all know what the Dino Rabbit deck, like looks like. Or I'm sorry, Macro Rabbit, but like I just kind of want to talk about first of all, actually like Dino Rabbit slash Macro Rabbit actually got hit pretty hard, just because of the fact that if you think about it, like what was making the deck so good was actually Sangan, or keeping the deck alive, was Sangan and Solemn Warning. And now, I mean, yes, the deck is still a very powerful deck, but like you've gotten rid of consistency and you've gotten rid of, I guess, kind of this tour guide built-in capability. And tour guide is good, obviously, just because you can get the banished rabbit and then go for your instant Doka or Lagia right away. But like Solemn Warning, I guess it's like a small hit, but it's still one of those cards that was so important to the deck. Like if you draw it first, you pretty much have like a really high percentage chance of winning the game. Now, like for example, right now I was kind of thinking, okay, what if I just don't run tour guide? Because I thought like the only reason why I guess Insectors ran tour guide was because Insectors used that tour guide to get the Sangan, which could get the Hornet, and most decks that ran tour guide, like unless you're using Dark World could benefit a lot from tour guide. But a deck like Insectors, right? I mean, you don't really need tour guide that much. But obviously, this deck does need tour guide, or like level 3 exceed capabilities. So tour guide is still good, and by losing Sangan and that one warning, you've made the deck kind of, you've nerfed the deck even more. So this deck is definitely weakened. But I mean, it's not like it's been hit so hard that you can't play anymore. But I definitely think that this deck can go either way. Like it could go, still winning YCSs, or it could just go flop completely. And if it does go win YCSs and stuff, Konami's just gonna limit this guy to one, which would make this deck pretty much dead. Since like there's no point of having one of this anyway. Like if you have one of this and you don't have a Sangan, there's no point in running a deck full of vanillas, right? So, with the deck, I don't really want to talk about too much of the monsters because we all know you have two rabbits and the three Sabersaurus and three Kabusos, so six vanillas, and then I don't know if people still run this, but this card is really good, and I think people, yeah, so people, I'm pretty sure still run this, but some people don't run it, some people run it, some people just play like 15, or not 15, but like 17 monsters, and they might add like more Reapers, they might add like Snowman Eater, so to add more control. But still, like this card is good because Guaiba is good just because you could get over what is it called? Like I'm pretty sure like any wind up monster. Let's see. It's good against water with their Undyne if they choose to get out like their Pikeman or their Atlantean. Obviously, like you can't. It's not like the best card out there, but it is good with Forbidden Lance. And I also added in a Shrink just because I think this card is really good. Like with this deck. And also, let's see, so the other cards I want to talk about, so the level 3 cards right here. So you have two tour guides, one tour bus, one night assailant. I was thinking about taking this card out. So tour bus actually is just another target. Actually, like I don't really care about the effect too much, but I guess it is good because I don't know, like if let's say you have like all your vanillas in a grave and except like one Sabersaurus, and you have your rabbit, and then like, oh hey, I'll return a Sabersaurus back to my deck and I'll play my rabbit and I'll get my combo going. Like yeah, that's gonna help. But I think this is pretty balanced right now for level 3s, just because your most important play is the Leviair. Leviair play to get that rabbit. And then your Spirit Reaper, you can also play Snowman Eater. They're also really good for control-oriented decks like this, like slow decks. And then your two TKs, which are pretty standard, and your Gores. And your spells, just staples, and then three Lances, and your Shrink and Book of Moon, because I do want to utilize Guaiba and just keep this deck very, I guess, like very kind of like Blackwing kind of style, you know, like where your opponent's always second guessing, like should I attack, should I not attack, do they have a Kalut? So what you have like all these cards, you have Lance and Shrink. Your opponent's gonna question you obviously when they're attacking, and then your I guess so. I was writing 2 warnings before, obviously, like everyone else, but there are a ton of replacements out there, and I've thought of putting in no Torrential Tribute because I don't know, I just don't really like Torrential Tribute in general. But a lot of people run twos. I would play 2 compulsory. I think compulsory is one of those cards that's so how much is it? Wow, $1.42. Because I have like I don't know, literally like 20 copies of this card, and it's just so good that like the ability to chain to a summon, even though you kind of get a -1. It's kind of like Book of Moon, but the ability to chain to a summon is really powerful because people know when you have Mirror Force, people know when you have Deep Prison, people know when you have Bottomless, but a compulsory, even if they know you have a compulsory, or they don't really expect compulsories, but but definitely compulsory takes a bit more skill to play because it's really easy if you're somebody who obviously doesn't know how to play compulsory properly. Like the guy goes Stratos and you go oh compulsory on the summon or something. Yeah, use it during the battle phase. Use it to disrupt synchro plays or XYZ plays, and use it to bounce big monsters. Not like really floaters and recruiting monsters like Stratos. But yeah, great card overall. Definitely could run 2 of these. This is definitely a really good replacement for the Solemn, and you can just run any number of traps just in general because this card, warning, like this was gonna go to 1 sooner or later, and if this card went to 1, I don't know about Solemn Judgment. Like maybe a Solemn Judgment will go to 1 as well. But yeah, so this is the deck, and obviously 3 macro for the side deck, Effect Veiler, Maxi, and then you can run a bunch of other side deck cards for your side deck, and then the extra deck is just these Adoka and Lagia, and then a bunch of level rank 3 and rank 4 monsters, and then 1 Stardust. So that's basically the deck. And let's see, anything else I want to talk about? Let's see. Yeah, so, this deck has been nerfed. Pretty much like wind-ups. Although people say, oh, wind-ups have been hit really hard. Yes, they have been hit very hard. But this deck have been hit almost as equally as hard as, wind-ups. Because losing that Sangan, like, losing a Sangan was kind of like losing a rabbit. Because, like, that's just how it was. That's just how it is. And, I don't know. So, thanks for watching, guys. And yes, Lance is at a very high price right now. So, if you have them, you can get rid of them. If you want to invest in them, they probably might go even higher. But it's a really good card, this format. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll actually do a, I can't remember which one. Gonna do a Piper Chaos deck. I actually have been playing with it, testing with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys, like I said, leave a comment, thumbs up this video, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, see you later.